pleasure to welcome each of you on this momentous occasion. Today marked a milestone in the history of Durham as we unveiled our historic monument. And tonight we add to that history by presenting our first endowed scholarship. We sincerely are thankful for your presence as we continue to celebrate and create our special moments in history. Lincoln Hospital and its nursing school have a great heritage and a very rich background. Today, we continue to build on the foundation that was laid for us many years ago. We are pleased that you, our guests and friends, have chosen to join us as we continue this journey to preserve our heritage. I thank each of you for sharing this momentous occasion with us, and I thank God for giving us the strength and endurance to attain this goal. At this time, I will introduce to you some of the guests at the head table. From my left, we have Elder Bill Winston of the Berean Seventh-day Adventist Church in Atlanta, Georgia. We have Annie Phillips Moeasy, who is the business manager of the New York chapter. I am Lottie Hall, class of '69, co-chair of the reunion. We have Gloria Taylor King, who's president of the Lincoln Durham chapter of Lincoln Alumni Association. Now I'll go to my right. We have Carolyn Henderson, who is co-chair of the Lincoln Reunion, who is also our incoming president. We have Mary Linda Andrews with GlaxoSmithKline. We have Ellen Reckauer from the County Commissioners. And we have A.J. Howard Clemens III, Durham City Council. At this time, I would like to present to some and introduce to others Tisha Powell, who co-anchors Eyewitness News at 5 o'clock with Larry Starkner. Tisha is a native of Louisiana and graduated from Loyola University in New Orleans, where she majored in broadcast news and minored in political science. Her career actually began in Columbus. She is married to a pediatrician who recently returned from Iraq. She is the proud mother of a 3-year-old daughter named Nina Louise. At this time, I would like to present our Mistress of Ceremony, Tisha Powell.
Thank you so much and welcome everyone. I'd like to start off by saying that it's definitely an honor and a privilege to be part of an event tonight that means so much to so many people. It's a wonderful opportunity to have you all here today and to be speaking with you, and also a wonderful opportunity to acknowledge and celebrate the accomplishments that Lincoln graduates have and committed to the community and beyond, and will continue to in the future. And we've got a great program for you tonight, and we'd like to get started with a couple of greetings that we have. We have A.J. Howard Clement III. He is a Durham City Councilman. He'll be speaking to you, along with Durham County Commissioner Ellen Reckauer. She will be speaking. Also, Ann Lee Phillips Moeasy. She's the business manager of the Lincoln, New York chapter. And then you will hear from Gloria King. She is the president of the Lincoln Durham chapter. So we'd like to start off tonight with A.J. Howard Clement III, Durham City Councilman.
Good evening.
Good evening.
It was a pleasure for me this afternoon to say good afternoon, and I'm pleased with this beautiful crowd to say good evening. In behalf of the Durham City Council and our mayor, Bill Bell, And I'm just delighted that he was unable to be here tonight. Well, there's so few opportunities that I get to, well, that's not true. Over 22 years, I've had the pleasure of introducing, welcoming many a crowd, but particularly tonight, on this very auspicious occasion, to be a part of the Lincoln Alumni Organization. As I said this afternoon, Lincoln is very close to my heart, my family, and it's just a pleasure to be amongst you. I also want to introduce folk from Durham city government to grace our presence. Beverly Thompson and her husband. Beverly is the Public Affairs Director for the city of Durham. Seated with her is Miss Ann, what's your name, Ann? Ann Gray. I've known Ann for years when she worked with North Carolina Mutual Insurance Company. Ann Gray, she's the city clerk. Along at that table is also Mr. Angus Thompson, Beverly's husband, and my dear friend Annie Jones. I also see the Watts, Mrs. Watts and her daughter. The name Watts resonates throughout the Lincoln as well as the Durham community. In behalf of our mayor and our city council, we bring you greetings. It's a pleasure to be here. And before I sit down, I just have to do this. Look on the covers of your program. Just look on the covers of your program. You'll notice down there that says, it reads Sheraton Imperial Hotel and Convention Center, Research Triangle Park, North Carolina. That's not true. If you look at the tax rolls, the Sheraton Imperial sits in Durham. The address of the Sheraton Imperial is Durham, North Carolina. And of course, we are grateful. And I just want to just throw that out for consideration, because you like to know where you are. You're still in Durham. And as a part of Durham, I'm sure Sheraton Imperial welcomes you here as a part of this very wonderful occasion. It's good to be here. Enjoy yourselves. And congratulations to the Lincoln organization. You're a great group. And I saw that wonderful crowd at the breaking ceremonies on campus at Lincoln this afternoon. It was just great. I just hope all of our media, Tisha, I just hope all of our media would cover, because that's part of what the mayors and the rest of us on the council talk about. Good things are happening in Durham, and this is one of the good things that are happening in Durham. And I don't know whether Dr. Ammons will have an opportunity to talk about what's happening on the campus at North Carolina Central, but I will be remiss if I didn't talk about my neighbor, who was recently named provost at North Carolina Central, Dr. Beverly Washington Jones, and her daughter, who grace us with their presence this afternoon. Congratulations, Beverly. Now, this is election season, so I need to call everybody's name. But Carolyn told me I only had 2 minutes, and I only have 90 seconds left, so I think. But it's a pleasure to be here, and thank goodness, and God bless. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank goodness, Howard, I'm not running for office. So. On behalf of the Durham County Board of Commissioners and the staff of Durham County government, it's a real pleasure to join you at this celebration banquet associated with your reunion weekend. I do want to recognize we do have some members of our public health department staff here this evening. And that's very appropriate for you to be here. Thank you. And I want to extend my sincere welcome to those of you who are visiting from outside Durham County. We hope you enjoy your visit. I'm delighted to join you in the celebration of the significant accomplishments that this School of Nursing made by training generations of students to provide quality nursing services. Nurses are indeed the linchpin of our medical system, and we thank you for your service. I'd also like to extend special congratulations to program co-chairmen Carolyn Henderson and Lottie Hall for all of their energetic leadership in coordinating this exceptional reunion event. And I was really impressed by looking at all the activities in the program booklet tonight. You really have a great weekend of activities. I'd also like to recognize your president, Gloria King, who over the past few years has devoted so much time and effort to bringing to life the Lincoln Nursing Monument that was unveiled earlier today. It was my pleasure to participate in that momentous unveiling ceremony. What an elegant testimonial to the history of Lincoln Hospital and the School of Nursing. For those who were not in attendance, you need to go by and see this beautiful monument in the front of the Lincoln Community Health Center right along Fayetteville Street. I can personally attest to the fact that Gloria was tenacious in bringing this monument to fruition. And I'd like you to join me in giving her and her committee a round of applause. Durham County is delighted to be a major partner with the City of Durham and other donors in this important project that is now a permanent symbol of the excellent training provided to over 600 nurses during the school's existence. Lincoln Hospital School of Nursing played a significant role in Durham's history, and it is wonderful that we have a fitting commemoration at this time. I applaud you for gathering each year to celebrate the ties that bind you forever together as graduates of the Lincoln Hospital School of Nursing. You have much to be proud of. As I close, let me say that I've enjoyed working with your leadership in planning for the monument and being a part of this wonderful reunion weekend. Thank you.
Greetings. I bring you greetings on behalf of the New York chapter with our president, Ruth Wade. I am the only one here from New York tonight, and it's been a pleasure. We are the only allied chapter along with the home chapter at this particular time. But this year has been a fallout and a go-slow year for our chapter, with our members being of early age, and they're ill, and we have lost quite a few through death. So we're delighted, and we're still going, and we'll let you know what is happening later on. It's been a pleasure weekend. Thank you very much.
Good evening. I extend greetings from the host chapter, Durham, North Carolina, to our day's guests, our corporate sponsors, university officials, our visiting alumni and friends. We have gathered tonight to continue to celebrate the Lincoln legacy. As evident by our long-standing motto, love will keep us together. Once again, we have assembled in love, harmony, and spirit to celebrate our legacy and retain the spirit of that heritage. We are pleased that you chose to come and celebrate with us, not only just tonight, but many of you have been here all weekend, and we certainly welcome you.
Now, this is definitely a beautiful event tonight, and it takes a lot of hard work from a lot of people and companies and organizations to put this entire weekend together. So we'd like to take this moment to acknowledge some of those people. And we'd like to start off with Durham Regional Hospital, Lincoln Community Health Center, GlaxoSmithKline Community Partnership, the City of Durham, Durham County Government, the Sheraton Imperial Hotel and Convention Center, the Stanley Baird Group, Antoinette Tony Thomas, B&J Custom Printers, Inc., Jerry Head Photography, Derek Harrison, videographer, Mark Cust, Michael Waller, and Leah Foshi of Liberty Arts, Ron Bartholomew, Durham Marble Works, Angel Radoli, Angel Scope, Alice Sharp, Tony Hall, the Carolina Tribune, the Carolina Times, the Herald Sun, the News and Observer, Sand and Soil, Wesley Taylor, Durham Area Transit Authority, Jacqueline Cheek, Special Flowers, James J.C. King, Gloria J. Fulton, seamstress, Triangle Trophy, Patricia Henry, Tanitha Harrison, Raleigh Tees, North Carolina Central University nursing students hostesses, Vanda Tanner, Kenya Anderson, Tina Taylor, Sharon Davis, Sonia White, Tishana Pettiford, and Tamika Davis. So if you're here, give yourselves a hand, and if you're not, I'm so thank you. And we'd like to move on with our program tonight. Next, we'll have our invocational grace, and that is going to be said by Elder William Winston of Stony Mountain, Georgia. Elder Winston?
Would you bow your heads right now as we pray? Almighty Father, we're thankful for this privilege that we have to come together tonight. We're thankful for your mercy and your grace and your love and your patience. We're thankful that you spared our lives to be here tonight. With all the medical knowledge that we have in this room, Lord, we still don't understand how you do it. We thank you. We don't understand why you do it, but we thank you. And we pray that this family that we call Lincoln Hospital, that you will continue to shower us with your grace and your mercy, and that every day that our eyes open, we will thank you and praise you. Every day that we have breath, we will lift your name on high. Bless the proceedings here tonight, Lord. Let everything be done decently and in order. May the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be pleasing in thy sight. And we pray for the food of the banquet that will be set before us. May the food nourish our bodies and strengthen us, that we might better serve thee. Bless each officer. Bless each member. Thank you for traveling mercies. And bless us tonight, throughout this weekend. And if it's your will, keep us until we should be together again. For we ask these verses in faith. We ask them with thanksgiving. And then we ask them in the worthy and holy name of Jesus and for his sake. Amen.
And as you enjoy your wonderful dinner tonight, we'll be listening to a musical interlude by Stanley Baird. Enjoy your meal.
Before I go down there, you get them, get around the guys and everything. He don't need that. He was killing. He had so much fun.
Oh, that was you. She didn't want to waste no time.
Yeah, I don't want all regular. Very
Weather is not good, it's so clear. The runway is not clear.
And I didn't find out about
Good evening. It's indeed a pleasure for me as a 1971 Lincoln graduate, the last class, to come before you and to present this first historic endowed scholarship presentation. The uniform to my right and your left is the one I wore when I graduated in 1971. It has been replicated very nicely, though it's not the one, but I do have it, by one of our wonderful, wonderful, wonderful alumnus, and I will not take that from our president. I think she's going to note that. It is important that we continue the legacy, and that's a key word for us. And one of the ways that we thought we could continue to do that was through an endowed scholarship. When the school closed in 1971, we cried. When the trees out front of the Lincoln Community Health Center were cut down, except the ones that were there, we cried. When we were told that the 1971 class would be the last class of the 14 graduates of the 614, we cried. We were also the only class that could be blamed for anything in that dormitory, and we cried. Tonight, it is such a pleasure for us and such a passionate, emotional time for us. I have been scholarship chair for close to 10 years, and we have given scholarships at North Carolina Central University for over 25 years from our meager funds, which were never more than $500 apiece. But with that, we were able to give just a significant collective amount of monies of well over $20,000 over time. But now we're in the big leagues. And we are there because of you and others who helped us to make this possible. It is so emotional that I will not try to speak totally from memory about all of this and to present to our first recipient, of whom I have been bonding with all day this evening. She is so special. I love her already, and we just met her, and we will be doing more for her, not just financially. I'd like to first acknowledge our scholarship committee members who have assisted and worked through what I consider the technological advancement of computers all through the year to finally get to the point that we are now ready. And I'd like to acknowledge them at this time. If you will stand, Dr. Joan Matthews, Annie Phillips Moise, Dr. Evelyn Wicker. Please give them a hand. As we continue with this very special opportunity, as I said, we are prepared to move forward financially and non-financially in terms of supporting this wonderful Lincoln nursing scholar, of which she will be called after tonight. This is going to be done by someone I'd also like to share an opportunity for you to meet, and that is the chair of our mentor committee, Ms. Ruby Borden. Would you please stand? Thank you. Thank you so much. And now, before we have the remarks from individuals who have supported us, from North Carolina Central University, Dr. James Ammons, Chancellor, Mary Linda Andrews, Director of GlaxoSmithKline Community Partnership, and a newly introduced supportive member, Dr. Lorna Harris, Chairman of North Carolina Central University Department of Nursing, will come forward and give some remarks following this recipient's special moment tonight. The endowed scholarship has been a dream of ours, and we started out wanting $25,000, which is a lot of money for Lincoln Hospital School of Nursing alumni. with the hopes that we would give this scholarship, that we would try to raise money for this scholarship at giving $5,000 over time, over 5 years, because we felt that was what a reasonable goal was. And then came along our president, who had the dream to also, let's get some money. And she's been known to do that. And we, of course, I tagged along and said, can I have some of that? So together as a team, I think we were able to move forward with her dream and her efforts and our tenacity to approach GlaxoSmithKline, who came to our rescue and felt the need for the shortage of nursing as we see it today, and increased our endowed scholarship by $100,000. We are delighted tonight to say that we do have also our final balance to let you know, Mary Linda, of at least $122,000. So we have been working as well, and we do appreciate that. And now, this young lady is so special to us. She is a young lady who is a junior in nursing at North Carolina Central University. She is a single parent who has a wonderful daughter who is an exceptionally gifted daughter. And I know she's going to be even smarter with this mother that she has. She has experienced homelessness. She has experienced the opportunity to not always have what she needed. She has experienced the inability to be able to hardly get home without gas in her car. She is from Oxford, North Carolina. She has frequently been unable to purchase the kinds of books and supplies that she's needed to be able to continue her studies. She has been able to maintain a 3.6 grade point average. While we have given scholarships previously to other students in the Department of Nursing, and we even gave one earlier this year to someone as well, Angela C. Williams is a unique individual who is succeeding against many odds and is determined to become a nurse so that she can continue the legacy of giving to others. And we are proud, as a part of our legacy, to introduce her as our first Lincoln Nursing Scholar, and she will receive from us $2,500 to begin with as a junior. And she knows that she is still in our hearts, and she knows she can come back to us. It is with extreme pleasure, and I ask that all of our Lincoln graduates please stand as Angela C. Williams comes forward to the podium to receive her first scholarship endowed from Lincoln Hospital School of Nursing. Angela, we are indeed proud to have you as our first Lincoln Scholar. And we're going to ask you to remain here because we want the others to come forward. And we'll let her sit because she is quite emotional at this time while the others come forward and to be able to share this with you. But we welcome you as our very first Lincoln Nursing Scholar.
I'm at a loss of words right now, but I would like to thank each and every one of you for all of your support and belief in me as a nursing student. Thank you.
At this time, we're going to ask Dr. James Ammons to come forward to be a part of this historic occasion with us. Dr. Ammons.
Thank you. Congratulations. Good evening, everyone. To our platform guests, President King, officers and members of the Lincoln Hospital School of Nursing Alumni Association, Ms. Henderson, Chair of the Scholarship Committee, ladies and gentlemen, and I also want to acknowledge GlaxoSmithKline for their generosity and their commitment to help us deal with this shortage of nurses, and also Mrs. Watts, who is here with us this evening. I want to thank you all for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this program tonight. And I want to add my congratulations to Angela for earning this prestigious scholarship. And may you follow in the proud tradition of service of the Lincoln nurses who have gone before you. Now, I sat there and I thought about the scholarship that she's going to receive, $2,500. And I calculated pretty quickly that $2,500 won't cover the bill. So tonight, the difference between the bill and the $2,500, we're going to provide that for Angela to complete her degree. So she has two titles tonight. She's a Lincoln Scholar and she's a Chancellor Scholar. We are so proud of you, and we know that you are going to follow in those footsteps and you're going to blaze a new trail for nursing students at NCCU. Before I make my other comments tonight, I want to make some introductions. When the Eagles travel, we travel with an entourage. And tonight, at these two tables at the front, are members of the faculty and staff of North Carolina Central University. Also joining them is my wife, Judy Ammons, who is here with us tonight as well. Those of you who saw the Herald Sun this morning, you know that we have a new provost and vice chancellor for academic affairs. And Councilman Clement, that's okay, you stole my thunder. But I want to introduce to you our new provost and vice chancellor for academic affairs, Dr. Beverly Washington Jones. She is joined by her daughter, Ingrid. Ingrid, you want to wave? We also have a new dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Caesar Jackson, and he's here with his wife, Mrs. Jackson. You are going to hear from our new department chair in a few minutes, Dr. Lorna Harris, but I want Dr. Harris to stand, and she's here with her husband, James. Their son, James, is also here, along with his friend, Stephanie. Also joining us at the table is Dr. DEEZEyez Sahu. And at table number 4 over here, we have our General Counsel, Kay Webb. We have our new Associate Provost, Dr. Franklin Carver. And we have members of the nursing faculty. We have Ms. Gwen Miller-Quick, Ms. Beatrice Jackson, Ms. Nancy Ramsey, and Dr. Joyce Rowland. And as I came in tonight, I saw several other members of the faculty, staff, and alumni who are here. And I'm going to ask y'all to stand. I know just about everybody in here is going to stand, but will you please stand? Now, 2 years ago, North Carolina Central University raised more money than any other historically black college or university in the Tom Joyner School of the Month activity. That campaign that we entered, where we raised over $555,000, the Nursing Alumni Association, the Lincoln Nursing Association, put us over the top. Now, Ms. Henderson, I heard tonight that y'all had 122,000. You gave us 117. So I know we're going to get the other 5. But fully 20% of the total amount that we raised came from the Nursing Alumni Association. And I want to say to all of you, thank you so much for your confidence in us, to prepare this next generation of nurses. And I can tell you that by far, that was our largest gift. The Lincoln Hospital for Nursing was a remarkable school because of its hands-on method of teaching that provided the clinical experience Lincoln nurses needed to be productive from the very first day on the job. These women were carefully selected. They were selected because of their scholarship, but also on the basis of their caring nature. Dr. Robert E. Dawson, a Lincoln doctor, tells a story about a woman who needed urgent medical attention, but could not find her own doctor across town. Desperate, she went to Lincoln Hospital, where she was successfully treated and released. The next day, when her own doctor called asking about her condition, she told him that she would never return to him. And if she were to die, she would rather die where someone cared. That is the legacy of Lincoln Hospital. And even though the Lincoln Hospital School of Nursing closed in 1971, you have ensured that the phrase, "She's a Lincoln nurse," will continue to be true. There will be nurses graduating from NCCU's soon to be School of Nursing, well into the future, who would know your history and carry your tradition throughout time. We are grateful that GlaxoSmithKline appreciates the importance of maintaining this vital link to your history. Your efforts have helped to guarantee that there will always be a Lincoln nurse serving the welfare of the sick and infirm in the same tireless, selfless, and caring way they always have. So continue to serve and know that NCCU supports and appreciates all that you do. Congratulations.
And now, Mary Linda Andrews from GlaxoSmithKline Community Partnership.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to be here tonight for this absolutely fabulous occasion. It was a no-brainer for GSK to help out with this scholarship. Nurses, as well as GSK, want people to do more, feel better, and live longer. But I'll tell you, when you have Gloria and Carolyn coming into your office with their enthusiasm, you can't say no anyway. We were already going to say yes, but I have a feeling another ask is coming, and I'll be ready for you. Seriously, we want to congratulate Angela, and I just want to say that you know that education is the door to opportunity for both you and your family. But in addition to the scholarship, I hope you will take advantage of the incredible networking of the Alumni Association. You have women who have contacts, intelligence, they can be mentors, they can be role models for you. So continue the contact with the Alumni Association, and that will only further every great thing that you're already going to do in your life. So again, on behalf of GlaxoSmithKline, we want to thank you for the opportunity, for being your partner, and just keep up the good work. Thank you.
And now, not only do we bring Dr. Lorna Harris, we also welcome her as the new chairman of the Department of Nursing at NCCU. Dr. Harris.
Good afternoon, and I want to tell you, Ms. Williams, congratulations. Good things happen to good students. I am very pleased to be here with you today. This is a wonderful occasion. It's an opportunity for all of us to continue the fellowship that began with the Lincoln Hospital School of Nursing many, many years ago. Those of us who are nurses, and especially those of us who are Black nurses, many times saw diploma graduates as the first professional nurses that we had any exposure to. Graduates from Lincoln were in my hometown of Rocky Mount, and as a little kid, what I saw was the hat and the uniform. And at 5 or 6, that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a nurse. But by the time I came along, Lincoln was not accepting nurses anymore, so I went to another school in this area. I do want to thank GlaxoSmithKline for their generosity in partnering with North Carolina Central in helping deserving students to become self-sufficient and potential leaders in the nursing field. We also would like to thank the Lincoln Hospital School of Nurses. Gloria King is on our faculty, and we're excited about the fact that not only is she a role model in the community, but she's actually one of us working in the salt mines of trying to prepare people for the profession. Nursing is one of those kind of professions that you just aren't a nurse while you're on the floor or in your work environment. You're a nurse for your community. When you go to the grocery store, people ask you questions. When you go to church, people ask you questions. So it takes a special kind of person to be a nurse. It's one that is dedicated not only during the working hours, but dedicated to the community and dedicated for service. North Carolina Central focuses on the whole concept of community service. And we know that with contributions like this to the welfare of our students, we'll be able to do a better job of that and preparing students who are deserving for a life of service in nursing. I'd like to thank you again for your generosity and to congratulate Angela Williams yet again.
Thank you, Dr. Harris. And Dr. Ammons, if you will come back to the podium so that we, and along with our President King, if you will step up, as well as Mary Linda Andrews along with our recipient, so that we can get the picture that we know that all of you deserve as a part of this event.
Stick the gown in. Right.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
She's a nervous part.
Okay, I want you to come to my office when you come back to the campus, okay? All right.
Okay.
As our program is now coming to an end, we have closing remarks by Gloria King, President of Lincoln Durham Chapter.
Thank you, Tisha. Actually, we have one more. We asked our president, along with our co-chair, Lottie Hall, to come forward. As you always know, Lincoln nurses always have something else. And this is a something else. As all of you know, working and a passion for nursing as well as for Lincoln nurses is something that is special, but along with passion comes work. And that has been done with our outgoing president, who has worked tirelessly for the past 4 years as president of our organization. And we would like to show her just a small amount of our appreciation and to tell her thank you. I know she has been told that during the day, during the weekend, and her job is not over because we have one more day to go tomorrow. But tonight is an opportunity for us, along with the rest of our alumni sisters, to say thank you to her as our outgoing president. And so Gloria, my road partner, my running partner, the crying partner, the fussing partner, the really getting down to what we needed to do partner, along with Lottie and I, along with the rest of our alumni sisters, we just want to present you with this plaque. which says, presented to Gloria Taylor King, RN, MSN, class of 1969, for consistent, 69? We've graduated her. We'll get it fixed. Well, she looks young enough to be from 69, but we'll fix it. For consistent dedication, loyal devotion, and unselfish service to the legacy of Lincoln Hospital School of Nursing as president from 2001 to 2005 with the Lincoln Hospital School of Nursing Alumni Association, August 13, 2005. Congratulations.
So I can now give my closing remarks. Let me see my book. That one. Thank you. I refuse to be speechless. But these two, as I said in my meeting this morning, it has really been 4 years of almost pure, unadulterated pleasure. Why? Because I've had people like Carolyn, and people like Lottie, and people like Esther, and silent people like Pauline Edwards, just to name a few, who have always had my back. And I knew at any time that I needed something, that those individuals was there to help me. Not to say that there were not others who did not step up to the plate at any point in time that I asked them to. They did just that. But I'm a firstborn child. And as a firstborn child, I didn't have anybody that I could call on that was older than me to say, what do I supposed to do? So I didn't have anyone that I could follow. So as firstborn children, many times you had to step out there and you did things, and then if you did them wrong, you out there by yourself. But I've had to learn over these 4 years that the kinds of opportunities that we have had, they weren't the president's opportunities. They were the alumni's opportunities. And that the alumni did what they needed to make those opportunities happen. In our meeting this morning, one of the things that I said to the group was, you have several groups of individuals. You got a group that when you say, I have a dream, that will hop on the bandwagon with you and follow you to the end of the earth. You got another group who says, I'm not following that crazy woman anywhere. And then you have this other group who says, you know, I'm just too tired now. Whatever she's able to do, I got her back. It's fine. But getting there, having my back, means that they may have been sitting on the porch watching to see what was going to happen. I could have had another group, and that was the one, hey, I'm going to see what I can do to derail this train, because I didn't think of it. Maybe I could have had the opportunity to do the same thing. That didn't happen. And a lot of that didn't happen because of the character of those Lincoln nurses. When we say love has kept us together, yes, just as siblings. We fuss, we fight, but we also play, and we play hard sometimes. Y'all wait until this dance starts. But we also get the work done when it needs to be done. And I thank this group from the bottom of my heart for all that you have done in helping us succeed in our two main focuses, and that is the historic preservation of Lincoln Hospital and that name, and also the perpetual scholarships that we have developed that will keep that name of Lincoln always embedded, always etched in the history of Durham County. I thank you very much. Now, that wasn't my closing remarks. I do have a few other things that I wanted to say before these two derailed me. And I must say that it has been a very exciting night. Just one night in this weekend. And tomorrow is just going to be just as exciting because we are going to have church tomorrow morning. You cannot leave a meeting of this sort without having church and making sure that the man upstairs that brought us here, that has kept us here, is going to take us back. He has kept us all these years, and we want to make sure that we are able to say thank you. So that breakfast is going to be tomorrow morning. Believe me, this is the largest one that we have ever had. We were beginning to think that we were going to have to change our room from the one that we have because of the number of people that is attending our church service in the morning. We had Dr. Shebel, who could not be here tonight, but called frantically saying, can we come to the church service because we are going to be out of town. We won't get back until late Saturday night, but can we come to church? We said, by all means, come on. So we're looking forward to seeing him as well. Our scholarship, we are so pleased that we were able to accomplish this, and with a young lady who is so deserving. That $2,500 could have been a little more than that if it had been in our account. But you know, when you give the money to Tom Joyner, he has to sit on there and hold it for a little while and get him some money off of it before he sends it back. So we should know next year exactly how much money we will actually earn from the funds that's there. And therefore, we will be able to more accurately declare how many students that we can give funds to help them become the nurses they want to be and realize their dreams. We have had a group of individuals here that I would like for us to acknowledge. If you will look in your program booklet, you will find that there is a reunion committee. I would like for the reunion committee to please stand. Are you trying to say I did it all? Let's stand. They keep standing slowly, but they're standing. Now, will all of the other Lincoln alumni members that are here please stand? Mary Baldwin, yes, Yes, go on and keep standing, Mary. Mary is one of those nurses who is still working under that Lincoln name. She is the Director of Nursing and Quality Assurance for Lincoln Community Health Center. And she is the individual when we need a room for a meeting, or if we need the grass cut as we wanted for the unveiling, it is Mary that we call. She is still that link to that Lincoln's name, and we certainly wanted her to stand and to acknowledge her contribution to helping to keep that Lincoln name alive, as well as helping us keep our connection with Lincoln Community Health Center as well. Thank you, Mary. Gloria Fulton. Now, one thing I noticed is that Gloria Fulton did not stand when I said committee members. So Gloria, now you got to stand all by yourself. Gloria Fulton, you see the uniforms that are around the room. Those were the uniforms, or there were 4 more, that Gloria replicated from the eras. She can look at things from a picture and sew it. We want to thank Gloria Fulton for her work, because when we saw those uniforms, of course I'd seen them already, but for those individuals who had not seen those uniforms and had not seen those caps, I was watching to see what their expression was going to be when those student nurses from North Carolina Central University came out strutting their stuff in those uniforms and looking at the faces of everyone in that crowd. I saw my Lincoln sisters and their eyes just glowed, and it was like their hearts just was bursting with pride. And I'm so pleased that we had that opportunity to do that. But it was Gloria Fulton who made that possible. Thank you. I sure love to hear Jeannie Lucas, but it gives me an opportunity to stand up this mic and talk. However, I know it's time to dance. And I'm weary myself. And I know there are quite a few more here that's weary, but our spirit is not. At this point in time, it is time to kick up your heels, shake down that food that you have eaten. I heard a minister not too long ago, when he graced the food, he also removed the calories. He asked that the food would be for the nourishment for our bodies and not to fatness. Bill didn't do that. Therefore, you all are going to have to dance those calories off tonight. So have fun. I've enjoyed every minute of this. Again, thank you so very much. I will cherish this. I'm going to keep this and make them get me another one that says 1967, because I like this 69.
Okay. We hope you enjoyed our program tonight. And if we can find the band, Stanley Baird and your friends, where are you? We can all start dancing. Have fun.
Thank you. I know
Thank you.